Patrick Jackson, who I've known for years, is a beach cleaning author. I had to practice that. Cleaning author and troublemaker. Uh, Potato Pals, Everybody Up, Shine On for OUP. And I'll ask about Picker Pals, Sometimes Wears a Weird Cloak. What a great biography. And I appreciate you doing this. This is your second talk, I believe, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And you're doing a great job. If those of you who follow Patrick on Facebook see what he's been doing in the Bay to clean things up, we really need people like you in Brazil. So I will let you take it away. Thank you so much for being here. You have control of the time. Take it away.
Here we go. Exciting times. Hang on, I'm just going to start my introducing bedtime. I don't think it's bedtime. I'll just keep an eye on the clock. Hi, everybody. Really nice to have this opportunity to meet you all on this historic day. We have a new president in Ireland today, and it was a nice result because it was a candidate who represented kind of inclusivity and non-divisiveness, bringing people together. And so we're pleased. There was another candidate who was trying to kind of split people up and say nasty things, but he didn't win. So we're pleased with that. I've changed the title of my talk to LFP Talks. That's me as a little fellow. That I guess I must have been about 2 there, I suppose. They put me out in the garden most of the time, and those are pictures taken of me playing in the garden. I loved the theme of this this conference, this event, because I think the best way to be a good teacher for kids is to look in and think what you liked when you were a kid, and to the best teachers of kids, I think, are kind of childlike and often childish. So so that LFP, yeah, that's Little Fat Pat. That's what they called me. And can you imagine why they might have called me that? I mean, really, what a start. So in this talk, I'd like to really just in 10 minutes tell you what I've been up to, and share a few things that I think you might find interesting. And also there's a little call to action, because I'm launching a new project in this talk, which the world has never seen before. So you're all invited to participate. So a little bit of a thought about where your sweet spot is. Where's your sweet spot going to be as a teacher, and how your teaching is going to be exciting, and how your job is going to be, how you this long career as a teacher. And what you really need is to tap into your passion. So I think the best teachers are teachers who have, who have a passion, who are passionate about things, and who bring that passion with them wherever they go. So if you can find a place where your passion and your profession, I only work with P's, you see, for your passion and your profession intersect, then you will find that things start to work really nicely. You'll be bringing this energy into your lessons. And then if you can bring in things from your past, so anything that you've done before, family, friends, people you know, experiences you have, and you bring them, and then you supercharge the whole thing, and you get into this sweet spot. And personally, I feel that I've kind of stumbled into the sweet spot recently, maybe a few years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, when I started getting, for me, the environment was the piece that really, energized everything else I was doing. So I became a litter picker and a beach cleaner. This is just one of our beach cleans. We became active in the neighborhood, started getting kids involved, and we've started picking up a lot of rubbish. So we find lots of horrible things. There's a big problem in Ireland, as I gather there is all over the world now, with litter. So we find a lot of horrible things. We clean it up. In one day, we cleaned up 2 of those truckloads off just one beach in 2 hours. So it shows you the scale of the problem. So with my, remaining days, I'd like to clean up as much litter as possible off the beaches, but I can't pick up that much by myself. So I've been trying to think of ways in which I can, get more, reach for my litter picker. Now, one thing I do is when I find something interesting, I pick it up and I take it home, and this really upsets my wife. So, if I find you can't see that very well, a little lobster claw or something like that, I bring it in home and I take it into the classroom and I show kids and they think, wow, that's so cool. And I say, look at this big lobster claw. And they go, wow. And it's really fun. And I think real objects have a fascination. And then you bring in a really big lobster claw and they go, ah! And, you have a lot of fun with that. I've found all sorts of interesting things. I've found these nuts, which came all the way across the Atlantic Ocean and up onto our beach. I found some ferry tickets in a bottle, which had been put in there in Greenland and had traveled miles. And these are fabulous things to show kids because, you just learn so much through them. So anyway, I ended up with this suitcase full of stuff, and it wasn't really working because I'd bring a suitcase in and then all the stuff would be gone, and what am I going to do? So I had an idea, which was to push all the stuff that I find on, I can't believe I'm doing this, on a cloak. Cloak of hope. I even have a crown, look. So I go and I wear this, and it's all great fun. Oh my goodness, my glasses! And the kids find this and interesting. Let me proceed in all seriousness. So this is what I'm finding, that it's having a fantastic motivating effect. Yeah, they love it. They really love it. So it ties in well with the beach cleans. We organize beach cleans with the kids. This is a day we took them to the local radio station. This is empowering them. I tell them, you are the most powerful people. So onward we go. There's a nice picture of all the stuff. And this is the stuff we're putting into the sea. And it's really, it's terrible. It's terrible. So this is the cloak of hope, which I put on the teachers, and they love it. The kids love it. Everyone's having a great time because it's kind of weird and it's real. And it's, I think, because it has these objects have this energy, and it's really about the through. Now that's the first. The second bit is, let me invite you to an island flying in the sky, traveling through time and space. I don't know why this is there. But anyway, these are the Picker Pals, and this is a project I'm working on at the moment. So the idea behind Picker Pals is that these characters pick up litter in their world. They visit the litter, all sorts of stories and so on. So the teacher reads a story about the Picker Pals. Then the kids. We have a picker pack, and I've got the prototype picker pack here. This is picker pack 1, which doesn't look at all like the leg of my waterproof trousers. But in the picker pack 1, we have some bags to pick up with his jacket. We have big and little. We have big and little gloves. And we have, if I can open it with a piece of string I found on the beach, we have a big picker-upper, right? Snap, 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 and we have a little picker-upper, snap. That's like a dragon. And so the way it works is that the kids take home these teddy products. These projects where they take home a teddy and they take it for a few days and they take pictures. But this is useful. So they take home the picker pack, they do a little bit of a litter neighborhood with their parents, and then they then they come back in and they talk about what they're doing. So we're piloting this project at the moment. We're literally just starting it in this school in Ireland. Your invitation is to join in the Pick a Pals project. I've written a Pick a Pals song, which I won't sing to you now, but you can see the lyrics now. We're all pick up, we have pick up. It's great. So if you ever see a bit, don't get sad, don't get bitter. You can have fun. You can get fitter. Get your picker upper and pick up the litter. Make the world better. Make the world better. Yeah. So okay. So the idea is that this is going to happen all over the world, and so I'm enjoying creating this stuff. What I'd like is to sort of start collecting schools and people and teachers who are interested in joining in. So if this sort of, what do you say, tickles your fancy, if this rings any bells. No, if this, if this gets, checks any boxes, rings any bells, tickles any fancies, I'm going to give you an email address, which I've just made, which I'm going to be using to, get people. Then floats your boat. That's it, Rob. Thank you very much. Thank you. And then I think the next thing will be I'll send out the song, and then you guys, whoever wants to do it can sing the song, send me the songs back, and then I'll figure out a way of finding some more legs and make some more picker packs, and we'll get this thing going all over the world. I'm sure am I done for my 10 minutes? I probably am, but that's it. So take down that email address, and if you want to be a picker pal, just give me a shout. And that indeed, everyone, and forgive the craziness. Thanks, Rob.